So let's watch the IHIP ladies talking about IHIP news. Triggered Trump goes on psychotic rant and AOC fires back. Let's go, AOC. Let's go.
Trump is losing his mind at Congresswoman AOC put
Angela,
up the
that's a good way to
post.
do it.
Stupid AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, is one of the dumb...
Okay. I have figured something out, guys. So the one of the last live streams I did, I said, what is up with the thank you for your attention to this matter on the ends of his post? I believe I have figured out this puzzle. He has a chief of staff. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he has a chief of staff that ends all of his tweets with "thank you for your attention to this matter." Right? I believe that, and he's already said that he doesn't write all his tweets anymore. So I believe the ones that have "thank you for your attention to this matter" are written by his chief of staff. I just wanted to say that before I said, Jesus Christ, look at that wall of text. Rant more, old man. How long did you spend on the toilet writing that fucking message? Holy fuck. Who in this fucking world, in their right mind, could look at that, and if somebody said that was an American president, would be like, oh, that's good. That's good. We should definitely have presidents doing this fucking insane shit. Jesus Christ.
People in Congress and is now calling for my impeachment, despite the fact that the crooked and corrupt Democrats have already done that twice before. The reason for her rantings, and rantings is in quotes for some reason, is all of the victories that the USA has had under the Trump administration. The Democrats aren't used to winning, and she can't stand the concept of our country being successful again. When we examine her test scores...
What? What the fuck? What test scores? Like her SATs? Didn't she go to college? What do you mean her test scores? Like, are we going back to like 8th grade? Spelling and grammar? Are we talking about like Math 54? Which test scores? Her ASVAB? Are we doing her ASVAB? Holy fuck.
Proper noun there. We will find out that she is not qualified for office, but nevertheless far more qualified than Crockett, who is a serious...
Somebody needs to put together a tree for me of where Trump positions different people, right? Because he always does it where he's like, I don't like her, but you know, she's not as bad as the black lady. The black lady, really bad. Don't like that one. AOC, not as black, only a little bit brown. That makes her better.
Seriously low IQ individual, or Ilhan Omar, who does nothing but complain about our country, yet the failed country that she comes from doesn't have a government, is...
What is this stream of thought fucking Twitter message? AOC's bad, but Jasmine Crockett's great. Also, she's bad. She's worse. To be honest, not a bartender, never been a bartender. Worse than AOC. But the worst actually, now that I think about it, I'm taking a shit right now. As I take this shit, I think about it. You know who's probably the worst? Ilhan Omar. She's probably the worst. She's definitely the worst. You know, she's probably a part of Iran. She's less brown than Jasmine Crockett. So that actually, to be honest, okay, hold on, I gotta rethink this.
Drenched in crime and poverty and is rated one of the worst in the world, if it's even rated at all.
No, I'm not even showing you guys the video. Sorry. There you guys go. Sorry.
How dare the mouse tells us how to run the United States of America. We're just now coming back from the radical left experiment with Sleepy Joe, Kamala, and the auto pen in charge. What a disaster it was. AOC should be forced to take the cognitive test that I just completed.
Hold on.
Person, woman, man, camera, TV.
Fucking A. Got it. Fucking aced it.
Oh, look at my African American over here. Look at him.
At Walter Reed Medical Center as a part of my physical. As the doctor in charge said, President Trump aced it, meaning I got every...
Dude, that's one of those things that it's like, the only time you talk about something like that is when you're prompted to, right? Like, that's not really something you like go around and tell people about unless you fucked it up, unless you did bad, right? Like you're trying to convince yourself you did good. Because it's not really something that like generally just comes up in topics of conversation. And not just like, you know. So anyways, you guys do remember that one time I fucking aced that test. If you know what I'm saying. A fucking woman, man, camera, car. Boom. Fucking no one has done it since me. My uncle was MIT, just so you guys know. Also, sharks, batteries. Which one you going to do?
Answer right. Instead of her constant complaining, Alexandria should go back home to Queens, where I was also brought up, and straighten out her filthy, disgusting, crime-ridden streets in the district she represents, and which she never goes to anymore. She better start worrying about her own primary before she thinks about beating.
Bro, can somebody teach Donald Trump how to do the shift enter? Like, can we get some proper paragraphs, guys? Like, somebody needs to teach him how to do the shift enter thing. I'll be honest with you, it's an old man thing. I didn't know how to do it either. Actually, a Trump supporter taught me how to do it. Shout out. You know who you are. He taught me how to do you press shift and enter and it doesn't send you tweet. It like goes down one. And then you can make a whole new fucking paragraph. So that way you don't have just a gigantic fucking wall of text like this. Jesus Christ.
Beating our great Palestinian senator, crying Chuck Schumer, whose career is definitely on very...
Wait. Is Chuck Schumer Palestinian? Isn't he Jewish? Hold on. Am I missing something? One more time.
About her own primary before she thinks about beating our great Palestinian senator, crying Chuck Schumer, who...
Yeah, isn't Chuck Schumer Jewish? It doesn't matter to these people. It doesn't matter.
His career is definitely on very thin ice. She and her Democrat friends...
I'm pretty sure 5-alarm. That is the test they give people that may have Alzheimer's. Maybe they just didn't tell them that. Maybe it's like a little kid. You're like, okay, so this test is going to prove how smart you are. Are you ready?
Have just hit the lowest poll numbers in congressional history. Go ahead and try impeaching me again. Make my day.
I will say I do not agree with the impeachment. There you go. Here's one for you guys to fight with me on. I don't agree with the impeachment because it's got no fucking legs. It's just symbolic. I will continue to say this, that Trump's party is the party of symbolism, not substance. It is a mistake on the Democratic side to do things that are strictly symbolic. Like, we do need to see you out there doing stuff. But if you continue to do things that we know aren't going to move forward, then it just doesn't mean anything, and it gets tiresome. You can only do things that are symbolic so many times before people kind of get tired of it, and they're like, fucking do something real. And so I disagree with the impeachment because we know that they don't have enough congressional support to pass the impeachment. Now, in 2025, and this is my belief, in November 2025, instead of pushing forth articles of impeachment, they should be working to get enough people in the House and the Senate to turn both blue and then impeach this motherfucker. That's what they should be doing right now. They should be out doing the things that have substance that are going to make people vote for them in November. And then when they turn the House blue and they turn the Senate blue and they have the ability to do so, they impeach this motherfucker. That's what I want to see. I don't care about the symbolism of AOC pushing for impeachment articles. I don't care even that 128 Democrats voted against him. Because to be honest with you, those people are probably like, this shit ain't going anywhere. Do I think they should have voted with her? Yeah, of course I think they should have. But I don't hold it against them because I actually disagree with this being done. I think you gotta fucking do things that have substance.
I can't. That is.
But the right will never vote for that.
So fucking crazy. You can't even. It's just insane. That is absolutely, utterly insane. It's so childish. It's so sophomoric. He is such a whining little titty baby. You wanted the big stage, buddy? Then you have to fucking sit there and put on your big boy pants.
Exactly,
after
LB.
they change your diaper. Put on your big boy pants. Because this is unbelievable. He came out whining about the press. And it's just like, then why are you president of the United States if you're this thin-skinned? He should have been impeached, honestly, 3 or 4 months ago.
Right.
I mean, within the first 20 days, he's already committing felonies. I'm certain of it with all that Elon Musk Doge stuff.
But one of the things about that, and I'll be honest with it, it's something LB just said. LB just said many of those corporate Dems got to go too. That's another one, is that I sit here and say you got to have a blue House and a blue Senate, but you also have to be concerned that there's going to be some Dems that are in red districts that won't also vote. You also got to be concerned that, there are establishment Democrats that don't want to look radical. So they'll say something like, oh, well, Trump's going to be out of office in 4 years anyways. Like, we can't, we need political capital. You also got to be worried that you'll have Democrats that won't vote for that shit. Like, I still say, if they get a blue House and a blue Senate, you impeach that motherfucker. 100%. Because then at least that calls out the Democrats that are full of shit. The Democrats that are pandering to the conservative base. And then you fucking primary those fuckers and you get rid of those fuckers too. That's what I think.
That is completely the ramblings of a lunatic.
It's absolutely the ramblings of a lunatic. And I hate to keep pointing it out, but it was women and women of color that were the target of this rant. And he is so threatened by AOC. It's just unbelievable that people look at this and then they sit there and say, well, he's competent to discuss war plans. This is not somebody that's competent.
And it's just how inherently demeaning he is to Chuck Schumer, who I'm not the biggest Chuck Schumer girl, but he is a Jewish politician who...
Yeah, and of all people, too. Like, he's an easy target. Right now, he's taking it from both sides. It's like kind of funny because, to be honest with you, this is kind of the way that Trump flirts, right? You guys know how when young men don't know how to flirt and they're like mean to girls, right? And they're like, because they don't have like a father figure to teach them like the real way to like actually get a girlfriend is to like befriend them and be nice to them and do things for them. So I've been teaching my son. You want to be friends with all the girls and you want to be there for them. You want to help them. You want to fucking learn. You want to learn what makes them happy. That's how you get a girlfriend, dog. It's like Trump. This is how he flirts. He's like mean to Chuck Schumer, like he was mean to Eric Adams, and then eventually he tells you that he likes you. What's the chance? That's John Fetterman too, right? John Fetterman as well. What's the chance that like within the next like month or two, Chuck Schumer's gonna get a message, a phone message. So you really suck. You're practically a Palestinian. You're over there, you and AOC and all of those communist Democrats. Anyways, like I do think you're not doing a bad job. So would you like to come over and fuck?
Who has shown empathy for what is happening in Gaza. And showing empathy is so foreign to MAGA people. They don't understand it. Therefore, he tries to slur Chuck Schumer by calling him a Palestinian, which for the record, I don't think it's a slur, but his intent is to do that because Chuck Schumer has shown empathy for what is happening there. And it's just amazing to me, again, the amount of people that support this man and how deeply morally flawed they are.
There's no other way around it.
Okay, next up, AOC fires back. Mr. President, don't take your anger out on me. I'm just a silly girl. Take it out on whoever convinced you to betray the American people and our Constitution by illegally bombing Iran and dragging us into war. It only took you 5 months to break almost every promise you made. Also, I'm a Bronx girl. You should know that we can eat Queen's boys for breakfast, respectfully.
That's why I love AOC. When you're in this type of dipshittery, this type of idiocracy, it's like what Mike from the Humanist Report was saying about dude winning in New York. It fills your heart when you see something happen that is a good thing, that is going to help people, that is genuinely going to actually make a difference, right? it also fills my heart during this time of idiocracy, the dumbest timeline that has ever existed, when somebody intelligent comes out and speaks. It makes me feel so good inside. And AOC, Jasmine Crockett, Bernie Sanders, Jamie Raskin, Katie Porter, they make me feel so good when they talk, because it reminds me we're not full idiocracy yet. We're just like 75%.
And so, I really like her. I think she always walks the walk, talks the talk. She's so smart, and she is such a threat to MAGA. And I also think the fact that she's attractive, it makes her live even more rent free.
Yeah, that's actually true. Because I was saying this to somebody the other day. They're like, dudes won't vote for AOC. I'm like, here's the thing about that. And I'm not saying that anybody this should never be a political strategy. But it is the truth. There's a lot of young dudes out there that'll let around by the tip of their penis. It's science, guys. It's fucking science, okay? There's a reason why all these young dudes are super mad at video games, because they're not completely filled with big-tittied anime girls, okay? And that's because they are young, dumb, and full of cum. That's scientifically proven. There's studies on this. Pretty sure. At the end of the day, do I think that it's a good thing that these dudes are like, oh, I like AOC because she's hot? No, of course not. But do I think that AOC should take advantage of that? Fucking yes. Yes. With a capital fucking Y. Oh my God. If you look at why Donald Trump got elected, it's because of a facade of being some kind of bad man that fucking gets all the pussy, man. He does everything. He's so hardcore. He's such a rebel. He's not even really actually that. AOC is legit good looking. She doesn't have to even fake it. Doesn't even need fucking filters and shit. Fuck yeah. The only thing that might get these young dudes to fucking stop voting for dipshits like Donald Trump might be a hot Latina. I'm just saying. That is in no way demeaning to my fucking number one amazing. I don't know, Jasmine Crockett. Okay, so hold on. I made a mistake there. Jasmine Crockett might be my number one. I love me some Jasmine Crockett. Okay, anyways, that's not trying to be demeaning to my AOC. Fucking love AOC. I'm just saying, if you got it, flaunt it.
In their heads. And she, again, these
Talia.
women are
Thank you,
always
Talia,
the
for
ones
agreeing
that
with me.
speak out.
We need
and
to agree
that's why
on
they're
this
also
one,
getting
okay?
picked on.
We can
But if you look
disagree
at
on the
who
other
has
shit.
been the
This one we
largest
need to agree on.
resistance right now, it's not white men.
No.
It's women.
I get paid
It's
7
absolutely
cents
women.
for those
And
commercials,
one thing
so
I just have
sorry.
to, I'm sorry, I forgot about it originally. When he has to brag about his cognitive test.
Oh my God, we didn't even talk
We didn't
about
even
that.
talk about he's bragging
did.
about his
I
cognitive
did.
test because he
failed it.
He failed it.
That's what I'm saying.
She should take that same one that
Did not pre-watch, guys. Did not pre-watch. I want you guys to know right now, this is a fucking moment. The IHIP ladies agree with me. They agreed with me. You saw it. It's on camera.
I took, and he's brought it up multiple times, which we know he must have totally face planted on the cognitive test.
Thank you.
Absolutely, because the doctor said I aced it, which immediately means he failed.
Dude, come on. This guy right here, okay? This guy.
Now, all I know about magnets is this. Give me a glass of water. Let me drop it on the magnets. That's the end of the magnets.
Yeah, apparently magnets were not on the test. Or,
And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do either through the skin or in some other way.
yeah, I mean, maybe UV light, COVID remedies, magnets, maybe they weren't on the test. Maybe that wasn't part of the test. Maybe they should have been.
I love Tesla.
100%. Yeah, there's no question.
I've never heard anybody talk about a cognitive test and acing it other than
I've
this
never
man.
heard anybody talk about a cognitive test.
Period.
That just doesn't happen, especially when you're talking about the president of the United States. He talked about it in his first term.
Right.
And now he's just gotten more deranged, and now he keeps talking about it. Okay, next up we have Trump is so excited. Put this up. He re-truths or re-lies. Fox News, Trump nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize over Iran-Israel ceasefire deal. Let me just tell you how stupid these dipshits are, right? Okay, this is how fucking stupid the people who run the United States of America are. They're like, oh, it's a ceasefire. And they all go out because every time they get on the news, they only speak for a party of one.
That's
because
right.
all
Just
of
for
those
Trump.
pundits are terrified of disappointing their dear leader. So they immediately start, he should get a Nobel Peace Prize. We should put his face on Mount Rushmore.
Did you guys see the guy who had he had hoped that by putting forth a Nobel Peace Prize nomination for Trump with the Ukraine-Russia war, that that would influence Trump to end the war. And this is what I said. People got to stop. The sycophantry does not actually work. It only encourages Donald Trump to continue. He's like a bad child, right? So he's like a bad child that throws fits, and then when you give him candy, he shuts the fuck up. And it just gets worse and worse and worse. And you just get to a point. Sorry to the lady. Hold on. Oh,
$100.
sorry. There you go. Okay, that's better. It's the bad kid. Giving them candy is not the solution to making them better children. Playing this game of sucking up to Donald Trump so that way he'll do things that you want him to do it's not a winning strategy. So anyways, this guy had put forth this Nobel Peace Prize to help influence Trump to end the war in Ukraine. Obviously, that has not happened. It's been a long 24 hours for most of us. And now he's pulled it back because he's like, at this point, you can tell that he's just going to do whatever Putin wants him to do. That is fucking hilarious. But this is even more hilarious because we all know Donald Trump's 12-day war became a 13-day war immediately.
Dollar bill, unbelievable 5D chess out the wazoo. While all this is happening, Benjamin Netanyahu doesn't give a fuck, and he's launching more bombs
Taco
into
titties.
Iran. And so then the next slide, put this up. Trump's Nobel Peace Prize nomination
did not
was
pre-watch.
withdrawn. Ukrainian politician Alexander Moresko.
See, the IHIP lady should just have me on their show, and then I could just, like, they don't even need these slides. Like, I already know the next thing they're talking about. I'm like, dude, I'm right here. We're on the same fucking wavelength, ladies. Like, bring me on, okay? I will cook dinner. I can cook. Mostly just tacos. And a good steak. I do good steak, tacos. That's probably all I got, okay? Some sauteed mushrooms, some sauteed onions, a good rare steak, maybe like a twice baked potato, some garlic bread, some asparagus, like barbecue grilled real good, some garlic on the outside. Like, I promise this, if you bring me on so I can talk about this shit, like that, I'm gonna make that happen. I hope y'all ain't vegetarians, because if so, that's probably gonna be a losing strategy.
Who nominated him said that he has, quote, lost any sort of faith and belief in President Trump. And so it looks like Obama will still outshine Trump. So, this Nobel Peace Prize is a big thing. And because
Hold on. I want to point out something that he did there. Dude. Oh, no, it's Krasenstein. I don't know. Maybe that wasn't the dude. But that might actually be 17D chess. Dropping that last statement, looks like Obama will still outshine Trump. That actually might be the way that you get Donald Trump to do something. Like, you tell him Obama did it and he can't, and his ass will get right on it.
still outshine Trump. So, this Nobel Peace Prize is a big thing.
I haven't been invited.
And because he just wants so badly to have all of the things
Impossible
that Obama
state.
had, and he's
Good
never
call.
going to be liked as much.
He's never. Well, here's the deal.
I wanna be there in
Obama is
person.
superior to Donald Trump
fly
in
out.
every single category. Name him. Cognitive test. I'll even throw that in extra. Golf, looks, ability to speak, intelligence, height, weight.
Yeah.
Everything.
I mean, everything Donald Trump wants to be.
I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it, probably penis size.
Oh,
There's no
shit.
Yeah.
question. It was penis.
Per Stormy Daniels.
I love Tesla. Obama.
Oh, she said it.
Per Stormy
We gotta
Daniels.
get one more
Everything
time.
Donald Trump wants to be.
I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it, probably penis size.
There's no
Yeah.
question. It was penis.
Per Stormy Daniels.
Per Stormy Daniels, which I did love on Twitter. I saw someone say something to the effect of the Israel-Iran peace treaty lasted
loved
as
it.
long as Donald Trump, according to Stormy Daniels. Ha ha ha.
And then next slide. Donald Trump Jr. is just madder than a hornet. And he says affirmative action is when Barack Obama gets the Nobel Peace Prize instead.
I'm about to violate YouTube's terms of service, so I think
It's like legalized comedy.
I'm just gonna move on. I'm gonna violate the terms of service.
Of Donald Trump. And so, this just, Pumps pointed it out, it goes straight to, they're always thinking about Obama. Always thinking about Obama. Okay, you guys can support us and support our show by supporting our sponsors.
No, don't delete me. Don't delete me. Don't delete me, dog. What? Why are you, that's harsh. $20! Enemy from within. What's up, my dude? What's going on? I just watched one of your videos the other day. I was just watching a couple of them, actually. What's up, my dude? We are in some craziness. Also, congrats on that new truck, my friend. That's a beaut. I've been in a truck stop or two, just so you guys know. I know from taking a look at this, obviously high class, definitely non-trailer park looking dude right here. It may surprise you guys, but I've been in a truck stop or two. Okay? All right? I know a couple. Thank you for the $20, and love the work. Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
I have to tell you, with everything being digitized and online and AI and all of this stuff, you've got to sign up for this app called Delete Me. It makes it easy, and data rates may apply. Thank you, Delete Me, for sponsoring our show.
I know how you feel.
Now
okay?
back to Don Jr. jumping in.
My dude, sitting there staring at your own face, saying shit. Yeah, I have to do as little editing as possible, so that way I don't make the decision not to post something. I'm like, you know what? Like, probably heard enough of my own fucking voice for a little bit. Let's just go ahead, slap a thumbnail on this bitch. Go ahead, give it a catchy title, and let's post it. Let's do that, because I can't do this. Hours of looking at myself. Dude, Donald Trump would be 100% a fucking amazing YouTuber. I'm telling you, he loves the sound of his own voice. The man loves a mirror image of himself. I take that back, actually. He'd never actually put out a single fucking video. He'd spend too much time jerking off to his own image. 100%.
In the fray, the heir apparent of MAGA.
Which is terrifying.
I think it's pretty interesting that he immediately went to Obama. He immediately goes to affirmative action.
Yeah, of course.
And obviously this...
Dude, Obama lives rent-free in that house the rest of his... Obama doesn't just live rent-free in Donald Trump's head. He lives rent-free in Donald Trump's kids' heads. He's going to live rent-free in Kai Trump's head. He's going to live for generations rent-free in all Trump people's heads. Also, I got to play this because we all know that moment with her talking about Trump's penis size definitely deserves this.
Who explained sexual harassment to you and me? Sexual harassment, panda.
Ladies, the HR is going to want to see you.
This is something that Trump really wants, this Nobel Peace Prize.
Here's the thing. Donald Trump and everybody around him, including his kids, are terrible, horrific, unapologetic racists.
Yeah.
I mean, that has been proven over and over again. And so for Trump, someone, Barack Obama, that has everything he could ever want and aspires for, and he's black, that just makes it a double knife in the heart. And I, too, think it's interesting. Those kids and everybody around Trump, assistants to golf shoes wipers, has to tell him how great he is all day, every day.
What is it I say? Donald Trump doesn't give two shits about you. Donald Trump wouldn't stop to wipe you off his shoes if you were the shit he stepped in on the golf course. He'd just rub it off on the grass. I was wrong. Apparently he has golf shoe wipers. So Donald Trump, let me rephrase that. Let me change that now. Donald Trump don't give two shits about you. Donald Trump wouldn't stop to wipe you off if you were dog shit on the golf course that he stepped in. Instead, he'd have his golf shoe wiper wipe it off for him.
They can never say anything against him because he's such a horrible bully and he's so profoundly insecure.
Dude, 100%,
so
Manny.
you know that Don
100%.
Jr. got on there and tweeted that and thought,
Beer?
Daddy's going to love me today because
Where
he
are we
is
getting
so
beer? Who said
needs his dad's approval and he's never gonna
coffee.
get it because Donald
water,
Trump is
currently.
incapable.
Currently drinking water. Oh, you're talking about the glass, though. It's Kona Brewing. Kona Brewing. Nah, it's just water. It's the middle of the week. I'm an old man. If I drink during the week, I can't sleep. And I'm a grumpy ass old man at work. And my poor employees don't deserve... I'm already a grumpy ass old man at work. My employees do not need a grumpier ass old man at work. You know, like I'm already a lot to deal with.
Of showering anybody with any true emotion other than just, you can do something for me, do it. That's it. And I mean, part of me actually kind of feels sorry for those Trump kids because he is.
Oh, I fucking doubt.
Oh,
I kind of
Sorry, I don't.
Dude, this is literally the conversation me and my buddy have. Oh my God. Me and Pumps are like the same person. It's okay. I say it too. I'm like, always leave the children out of it, right? Like I come from a fucked up background, right? So like when it comes to kids, man, like I'm always like off limits. I don't like talking shit about kids. I don't like, you know, like being mean to kids, even though some are assholes. Okay, there's a couple kids that I will talk shit to. If they fuck with me, I'm fucking with them back. Okay, I'm a grown man. But I have a friend, his buddy, who I'll be like, he'll like, for instance, he'll start talking about Trump's kids, right? He'll like start making fun of it. And I'm like, yeah, you know, I can't go there. Can't really, you know, talk too much shit. That kid's like 12 or some shit. Like Kai. What is Kai? She's like 17 or she's not a kid anymore. Well, I don't know. They probably got like a kid still, right? Somewhere. Like he'll say something like Ivanka's kids are gonna be fucking those little pieces of shit, and I'll be like, hold on, we don't know that yet. And he's like, yeah, we do. Fuck you mean we don't know that yet? And I'm like, the kids, man, I don't know. Maybe, hopefully, like maybe they watch my show and maybe they'll hate their grandpa. And he's like, no fucking way. Are you fucking kidding me? Fuck them kids. And I'm like. Like I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm with Pumps. I'm with Pumps.
A lot of Trump kids do it. That's it. And I mean, part of me actually kind of feels sorry for those Trump kids because he is.
Oh, I fucking doubt.
I kind of sorry.
Oh no, Barron's free game. He's grown up. Once you're over like 18, like I said, everybody gets it. Also, like I said, even if you're a kid and you fuck with somebody, you get the smoke too. Like. If what is it? Tupac said it. If you know the rules to the game, feel free to play. Okay, so if you want to join up in the gang, like just so you know, like this game, it is not a nice game. So if you are a 10-year-old and you do start talking some shit, I will roast you.
Sorry, I don't. A lot of people have broken childhoods and overcome severe abuse,
Dude, Fred Trump. Yep, LB, 100%.
sexual abuse. Out.
I kind of
Sorry,
do.
I don't. A lot of people have broken childhoods.
She's got a good point.
Overcome
She's got a good
severe abuse, sexual abuse, addiction, addict parents. A lot of people overcome a lot.
Something I talk about all the time. You know, I love my mom to death. I appreciate her for everything she went through, and everything she did for me in life. But she didn't break the cycle, right? Like my mom was abused every way. Physically, mentally, sexually, emotionally, like, and she's from Texas, so Troy, you guys got a lot to answer for, but she didn't break the cycle. You know, it's like, so there's a lot of things that have happened in my childhood that happened to me that like I can't forgive, right? I can't forgive because it was her job to break that cycle, and I love my mom to death, and you know, obviously. She means a lot to me, but it's my job as a parent to be a better person. It's my job when I'm on here and when I'm out in real life and when I'm just being me to learn and be educated and be a better person. And that's why I tell you guys, like, you can look at a video from a year ago. I guarantee you'll find something you disagree with that I would disagree with as well. Now, I'm like, to be honest with you guys, I'm growing with you guys in front of you, right? I know I'm in my 40s, mid 40s. But I'm still growing up because I had a stunted childhood, because I didn't have positive role models, because I didn't have the things that are necessary to people growing up that helped them become better people. And so a lot of what I'm doing now in front of you guys is you're watching fucking a man in his 40s go through growing up. And look, I'll be honest with you. I'm sure people like Mike from the Humanist Report or Kyle or a couple other people would be like, well, that's your fucking problem. Like, you should have grown up a long time ago, right? Sometimes people are harsh like that, but I would agree with them in the spirit of what they're saying. Like, yeah, I should have, like, learned that a while ago, and, you know, I can't use my past as an excuse. And I think that's what she's saying. You know, is that, like, If they were to say to me, like, yeah, you're in your 40s, you should have figured this shit out already years ago, then I'd be like, yeah, you're right about that. I'm just trying to do better now, right? I'm trying to be a better person now. I'm trying to be better educated. I'm less ignorant, and make better decisions and just really provide something for other people that maybe I didn't have. I 100% agree with her on that.
A lot of stuff. And these kids, I'm sorry, they're grown adults, and I just do not feel sorry for them. I mean, they every day they wake up and they choose this life. And I do not feel sorry for them. If they were like maybe 14 or 15, yeah, or younger. But I mean, Don Jr.'s like 40 something.
He's close to 50.
And I just
bro, the way she said that. You ain't wrong.
Logically damaged from him, like from such a young age.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people have
And also all that coke jaw. Okay.
really fucked up parents, Angie, and they come out of it and they tell their story, and they found, serenity despite.
Enemy within. Thank you. $20 again, and thank you. Yeah, my dude. Like, this is one of the things, and I tell everybody this. Like, this is why paths to redemption are important, but it's also why you should hold people to what they do and not what they say. Is that, what the enemy from within just said, to just figuring shit out in our 40s. I've said this like a long time because I've been in leadership my whole life, right? Like from 19 years old, managing at a Taco Bell as an assistant manager to where I am today and leading my crew of people in the store that I run. You should, when somebody says to you, grow up, that's not a goal, right? Or an achievable goal, because you're always growing up, man. You're always growing up. And so there's nothing wrong with figuring shit out in your 40s. There's nothing wrong with admitting you're wrong when you're 30. In fact, if you look back at yourself when you were 30 and you're like, man, that dude was fucking super smart, never got anything wrong, you're probably Donald Trump, to be honest with you, right? I think most of us, regardless of our background, regardless of our history, can agree that when we look back every decade, when you're 20, you look at 10-year-old you and you think, man, I didn't know anything, and man, I was so happy because I didn't know anything. When you're 30, you look at 20-year-old you and you look back and you go, man, that guy did a lot of drugs. And then when you get 40, and perhaps if you have children or you have a career, or you're just still trying to work shit out, you look back at 30-year-old you and you go, man, that guy didn't know shit. That man said some stupid things. And I hope when I turn 50, I look back at when I was 40 and go, that guy was starting to grow. That guy was getting better. He was starting to understand it, but he still didn't know. Because growing up is a process. It's not a goal. It's not something that you achieve. It's something that you work at. And when you're 95 fucking years old, laying on your deathbed, your hope is that you look back on those 95 years and go, I consistently grew for 95 years, and I never stopped. I never stopped learning. I never stopped getting better. I never stopped learning how to care more for other people. That's what it is. So yeah, cheers. And thank you for the $20. Cheers to being 40 and figuring shit out, my man.
The trauma and the damage of it. And I just, narcissist Trump, narcissists see their children as extensions of themselves.
Yeah,
and
they
so
have to do well.
It's interesting because I don't think he sees any of his kids on his level.
Agree.
I think
What up,
he is
What's
so
going on,
narcissistic.
Jay? What up,
Usually
Jay?
narcissists script their kids'
guys?
lives out for them, and it's like, here's me and here's the extension of how great I am, and it's all one linear line. With Trump, he rarely talks about his kids. He only brings up Barron's
Jared?
height.
Right, which is weird.
That's the only thing he's.
But that's the narcissism right there, right? Like, if you ask me about my kids, man, the first things that I would tell you is that my kids are good human beings. Like, I love the way my kids treat other people. And I will tell you how proud I am about their academics. How proud I am that they're good teammates when they play sports. How proud I am that they don't give up when they lose. And that they do get frustrated by losing. I'm also proud of them because of that, because they do get frustrated by losing, and it does make them want to do better, to be more successful, to try harder, because that's so important. Like, it's such a fucking weird thing. I will at times tell you guys that my son has a great head kick. I'm pretty fucking proud. But you know why I'm proud of that? Because he's so proud of it. Because in sparring, when he lands a head kick, he's so fucking happy, and seeing him be happy about that makes me so fucking happy. Like, when the thing you're proud of your kid is how tall he is, that's literally just you saying, look at what I did. Like, it's the same thing with talking about Ivanka's looks, dude. It's the same shit with that. Like, I think my children are beautiful. And, you know, I think they're wonderful people. But that's, if you ask me, like, what I think about my daughter, like, I'm not going to sit here and talk about how she physically looks, because that's not what's important to me, you know? Like, I'm proud of my daughter for being a good human being. And, you know, if one day my daughter attracts a significant other because she happens to also be a good-looking young woman, good on her. Good on her. But that's not what I care about. I don't give, you know, I don't care. I don't give two shits. I'm proud of my kids for what they are, how they treat others. Like, that's what makes it. That's like, if you think a physical trait of your child is the most important thing to tell people about, you're a narcissist. You're a vulgar human being. If like, to you, the entire value of what makes your daughter have value is her looks, you're kind of a shitty human being. It's not bad to be proud of your daughter for being a beautiful young woman, but if it's the only thing that you discuss when you talk about the value of your child, that's not good.
Seems to be proud of is that Barron is tall. And of course, we all know he used to bring up Ivanka all the time because she's attractive, and he liked that. But the two.
Yeah, Talia. And I don't think there's anything wrong with saying your kid's pretty, right? It's just like, it seems like that's the first thing that he thinks about, right? So, like I said, I'm gonna talk about my daughter, like how proud I am, how she plays sports, how she plays against boys and does good. I'm gonna talk about how fucking she's had this idea of what she's gonna be in her career since the beginning, you know, and you know, like I guess for me, I probably won't bring it because I don't know, to me, but I think for other people it's fine to say, like, my daughter's beautiful. My daughter is beautiful, by the way. My daughter is beautiful. My son's a good-looking man too, just by the way. Just so you guys know, if you guys got children, you want to arrange a marriage. No, just kidding. Don't clip that shit. Jesus Christ. Don't clip that shit. But yeah, I think my daughter is a beautiful young woman. She is a beautiful young woman. My son is a very handsome young man. But I don't know. It's something about the way Trump goes about it. Like, that's the only thing that's important to him. It's weird. It's weird.
To Dumb and Dumber, the kids, he doesn't seem to see them as an extension of himself.
Like you.
No, he's one of the few narcissists that doesn't. I think it's because they're so disappointing to him.
That's fucking amazing, Talia.
Yeah, I know. I wish I could feel bad for them, but I just can't. I think about the pain and the suffering of all of these immigrants and all of the women and all of the fear and just the demise of our country. And you've got Don Jr. I mean, half the time when he's does his little YouTube stuff, he looks fucked up. And
well, there's all those rumors that he's jacked up on coke all the time.
And then he, you know, his wife left him, and then he was with Kimberly Guilfoyle, and I mean, they're just all psychos. I just think they're all psychos. I can't have empathy for them. I just can't. You're probably right and a better person, but I can't.
Well, I mean, it doesn't mean I don't hate him, but I just think the fact that he felt like he had to go on social media so quickly and demean Barack Obama's accomplishment and say how great his dad was in a turnaround of just a few hours, just how broken he is.
But I mean, that's just a Wednesday.
Nah, Talia, I'm just slow. I got it finally. I got it. I'm just slow. And yeah, dude, when he said that he would probably date Ivanka, you will never, ever, 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 1,000 fucking million, quadrillion %, ever hear me say some weird shit like that. That is so, like, him, the way he said that shit about Ivanka, it's just strange, dog. It's one of those things where it's like, those words would never even enter my mind. Like, that's fucking weird. And once again, it just kind of plays off the fact that he's fucking narcissistic as fuck, right? Like, to him, when he says something like that, it's like telling the world, like, you know what I'm saying? You date her, add date her. It's like, oh my God, dude. What the fuck is wrong with your brain?
That's a Wednesday, and that's going to be one of a million tweets like that. And I mean, they're broke. It's generational psychos.
Yeah,
these people are.
It is.
And I mean, didn't they bury like?
It's gonna be my new band name, Generational Psychos.
Didn't he bury his mom?
Yeah, one of his
on his golf course
for a tax write-off, and they don't even mow the grass over it.
Oh my God.
I mean, that's, that sounds about right.
That tracks.
All right. That's all we have for today. We'll see you later.
Dude, they missed the chance. They could have said it was par for the course. Fuck. That was a golden chance for that pun. They missed it. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, and check out that video on the screen now.